Yovajoe, Coco Menyuma na Meranula, Neme Puma Joe, Atie Menyuma na Verone.
My name is Joseph Alexander Bailey II. I was born in July 22nd, 1935, into the Great Depression. My mother taught us how to sacrifice during the Great Depression, and therefore we ate a lot of fish. But she always told me to be selfhood great. And that caused me not to follow the crowd, but to follow what was in me. At age 5, I had a message from my spiritual entourage that said, "Help bright black boys." From that point on, I have been on a mission to do what I can to help black children. And to that end, I've written 80 books on black history and published over 3,000 articles, and retired early so that I could work on this project. That's it. The message came from my all black community as a boy, and that was me, we, everybody helping everybody else to uplift them in any way possible and to have fun while doing it. African tradition is the finest philosophy that the world has ever known. But it is like a foreign language because it has been deliberately destroyed. The book, the 47 dictionaries that I have published are on the definitions of African terms as Africans use them. The same words in any other dictionary are worse than nothing because it will make one confused. You never use any other information when you're studying African tradition. I don't know of any other place in the world at any time in history that has had definitions of African words, and that is a major reason why I have spent so much time researching and putting them together, over 55 years of research. Primitive Africans were the most brilliant people in history because they had no guidelines. They had to make all of their conclusions about the unseen world from what they observed in nature. And so they spent almost all of their lives in nature. Sure. For example, they noticed that all animal mothers showed unconditional love by protecting and nourishing their newborns. Primitive Africans inferred from that the God existing that made all of the animals and things in the cosmos must have a nature of unconditional love. This became the standard for all humans to live by. And the first thing that one must do, in my opinion, if they're going to do anything in life, is to understand what is the ultimate standard against which their lives should be lived. So everything that one thinks, feels, says, and does is to be compared against that standard. I call this the cosmic river system because unconditional love unifies everything that is good in the world, in the universe. And good means that which comes from what is inferred that God does. Now, a personal standard is for one. When I was a boy, I learned that a personal standard for me was to always strive to find out what is the very best thing. I call it a human ideal. And then my job was to strive for perfection in carrying out that human ideal. So if I did a good job, then I could feel proud. And by feeling proud with doing my best meant that I did not have to depend upon other people's approval for anything that I did. Once I found out what is the ideal cosmic river system standard. In dealing with other people, the first thing is to also have that cosmic river system standard so that other people can know what they are to strive for. But most people don't want to work hard in order to do that. And so they decide how far up that ladder that they want to go, and so that becomes their standard. Once that standard is made, then the mentor is to help motivate them to continue working towards that standard with every decision they make every day. But because they don't want to go all the way, the blocks that they have learned from other people, from the crowd, from their people they associate with, have to be removed. Those blocks have caused them to believe what is not real and not believe what is real. And that's called a delusion. So before people can progress up the ladder, they must get rid of their delusions and find out what is the real truth. And the truth is in the cosmic river system. The Jegna leaders are those who are on the path to knowing completely African tradition knowledge and who live by it. They are the ones to be the teachers, not somebody who comes off the street, has no knowledge of African tradition history, and then tells somebody what to do. They just don't know, and they are dangerous because they will lead you in the wrong direction.